Hello, my name is Mike Johnson, taking you on an inside and outside video tour of this 2017 Ford Explorer Police Interceptor. Now here's the original window sticker for this vehicle, and this one comes with factory installed spotlights. It has the front push bumpers. The police push bumpers are aluminum push bumpers are present. It has a brand new Viper alarm system. It has tinted windows. It has a metal secure storage in the back. We're going to show you all this in the video. This is an ex Special Enforcement Bureau from the Riverside County Sheriff's Department. That's the ones that have the helicopters and the canines and the SWAT teams. Special Enforcement Bureau. And if you want to buy this vehicle, you can get it with financing. Credit union direct financing is available. You can go through your own credit union. It doesn't matter if you're in California or Massachusetts or Denver. You can go credit union direct financing, get the lowest available interest rate. So this one is the way the law enforcement had it, with all the lights removed. Doesn't have any lights and emergency lights or emergency sirens. It's back in street legal for the public configuration. This one still has its searchlights. It still has its push bars and police interceptor wheels. If you want different looking wheels that look like civilian wheels, those are available. We recommend the TireRack.com, or even some hubcaps from Ford. You just snap those chrome centers off and you put the hubcaps, and it looks like your mom's Ford Explorer. More like it. But this is the way it is right now. If you wanted to change it, let us know. This one is complete and it's very clean. So we're going to show you inside. This one has a center console, power driver seat, center console, the stock radio, AM, FM, Bluetooth. You can connect your phone via Bluetooth, yes, for music or hands-free music, hands-free calling. It has it. This is Riverside County Special Enforcement Bureau unit, so it never had much identification on the outside. It has the ballistic doors, bulletproof doors. That's a $4,000 option. This one has the ballistic panels in the doors, so if you happen to get in a drive-by shooting where somebody shoots at you through your door, the front doors are bullet resistant panels in the doors. This one has a brand new Viper alarm system, tinted windows. Not all of them have tinted windows. This one has tinted windows. There's no cage in it. Has a vinyl rear seat. The seat is in perfect condition. The headliner's in pretty much perfect condition. It's got the dome lights. This one, a police interceptor, is a little different from the regular Ford Explorer because it only comes with 2 rows of seats, and it has a crash resistance up to 70 miles an hour from rear end collisions. On the 2017s, there's a little button on the center console. You have to hit this button with a key on, or use the key and it'll let you open the rear hatch. So once you push that button, you have a certain number of seconds to come back here and open the rear hatch. If you don't push the button, you have to use the key, and all the keys are working. So this has a steel rear cargo area, a full-size spare tire back here, and this one has a cargo drawer, which we have for extra security reasons. We put bungees so it won't slide forward and back, but it doesn't have a magnetic catch, and it does lock. It locks in this open position. You could stow things back here. Probably they had guns or ammunition in this drawer, but you unlock it in order to make sure, it has a magnet to hold it in this position, but to make sure when we're driving crazy in here, we got an extra bungee on there to make sure it stays closed to minimize squeaks and rattles. Again, full-size spare tire. Here's your jack. This is a metal cargo cover, so if you want to throw something heavy on here, this is metal. The original from Ford, you just get a little plastic cargo cover, but this is a metal cargo cover. When the Special Enforcement Bureau had it, they had another set of shelves up here with a gun drawer, but that was damaged, so we threw it away. All the emergency lights and cages or whatever they had in here are gone. It's got, this is a nice one. This has the rear air conditioning with a separate rear air conditioning zone control. Most of them don't have that. This one does. So rear AC, passenger AC, and driver AC. 3-zone air conditioning on this one. Goodyear Eagle tires. The back seat folds flat, so if you need to make a trip to Home Depot and get some pipe or plywood or something like that, you can probably fit some stuff in here. The seat belts are all present. They're all working. They buckle normally. Sometimes when you look at used police cars, they have weird plastic seats in them and all kinds of stuff like that. This wasn't the one hauling the bad guys to jail, so they didn't put a full cage in here. This was the one hauling the SWAT team to the crime scene. They probably drove it home. That's why it has some miles on it. They drove it home, but the engine hours are very low on this one. If you ever go buy an aircraft like a helicopter, an airplane, a jumbo jet, or even a boat, they don't count how many miles are on that boat or helicopter. Or a jumbo jet probably has millions of miles on it, but it's flying through the air. They don't go by miles, they go by hours. How many hours on the airframe? How many hours on the engine? How many hours tells you how many hours was it hauling people around, running the AC, running the engine, all that stuff. This has an engine hour meter on it, and it only has 4,000 hours on the engine. And that's a big deal because a lot of cop cars have 20,000 hours. Because it's only got 4,000 hours on it, the seats are not that worn. There's no holes in the seats. There's no holes in the floor mat. That means the air conditioning ran for no more than 4,000 hours. Or if you go look at a different used cop car, they may have been running the AC for 20,000 hours. So the wear and tear on the engine and mechanical parts is a lot more. Now this has 140,000 miles, so that's how many miles it's driven on the suspension. But the engine hours is very low, 4,307 hours. Can you see that right there? And if I toggle through the menu, engine idle hours are 1,538. So people don't know what that means. So I'm going to show you on this little video clip as I whip up my phone calculator here. I'm going to put the tinted windows up. Calculator. So we're going to take 4,307 hours minus the idling hours when it's not driving, 1,538. That's 2,796 driving hours. Divided by 2,800. The average speed of the vehicle when it was driving was 50 miles an hour. So those 140,000 miles, the average cruising speed was 50 miles an hour. That means those are freeway miles. When this was driving, it was driving zigzagging across Riverside County, which is a very long county. So they're driving at the freeway speed of 50 miles an hour. If you do that same calculation with a vehicle with 20,000 hours, you may find the average speed the vehicle was driven is less than a mile per hour. That means a regular cop car, black and white, might be sitting all day long while the cop is sitting in the AC filling out reports. Not this one. This is low time. So that means if you need a water pump or change the belt or change the oil, it's only got 4,000 hours on the engine. It's a big deal. Take a good look at the tires. Tires probably have 50 to 70% on that one. 50 to 70% remaining tread. 50 to 70, maybe 80% remaining tread on these tires. And these are sticky Goodyear Eagle tires that help you stick around corners, so if you want to drive crazy, you can. It is an ex-law enforcement vehicle. It does have searchlights on it. These searchlights do work. I have pictures of them working. Okay, here's another topic. Searchlights come in two styles, the LED style or these searchlights. This is a four-wheel drive vehicle, all-wheel drive, so you can drive it in the mud and snow and ice. If you use those for off-road lights, they light up the whole area. The LED style have a very narrow beam, they're not as bright, and they cost more. So these are good for off-road lights. When you're not driving off-road, just fold them down like that. It's illegal to point these at other occupied vehicles. The cops can do it, but you can't. But you can use them for off-road lights. They are street legal for that purpose. While we're at it, we're going to take a look while I'm thinking about it at the roof. It had antennas. The antenna holes have been sealed. That's another way to know it's not a cop car anymore. The antennas were removed off the roof. It does have parking sonar sensors, you know, beep, 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 beep. Sonar sensors on the back and the backup camera from Ford. Stock backup camera. Parking sonar sensors. Tinted windows all around. For 2017, they have the LED better quality headlights. These really help you see a lot better at night. The 2015 and older had halogen headlights. These are much better headlights than the 2015 version. They really light up the night. So we're gonna go for a little test drive in the police Interceptor. While I'm at it, I'm gonna show you the VIN number. The easiest way to tell VIN numbers apart is look at the last three digits. The last three digits here are 756. This is a 2017 police Interceptor. It's not that old. They're still getting rid of the 2013s on some agencies. And some agencies are still driving Crown Victorias, which those were production ended in 2011. So this is not that old. You have your reading light, dome lights, which you can turn on from the switch right here. People like to see that these cars still run. So I have a backup camera in this car. If I put it in reverse, backup camera's on the rear view mirror. I have dual zone air conditioning. So this is the rear climate control, driver's front climate control. So that is operational and it's nice and cold. Everything is working correctly on this. We went through our service department and made sure that you're not buying a pile of parts. A lot of these ex-cop cars, when they're black and white, that's all they are, is a pile of parts. We pushed it to red line and accelerating. The cop cars drive straight with no hands. The handling is excellent. If we put it in the cop car emergency U-turn, it goes into super high performance mode when you do that. So if you want to know how these behave when you drive them crazy, you can watch other YouTube videos where police are driving them in high-speed chases. But this one is not in a high-speed chase. We're not going to do it today. We're just going to demonstrate that the car runs and drives with no problem. Mirrors, everything is working. It's a pretty rough road here. It's still nice and tight in this car. The suspension doesn't go clunkety clunk. I'm not really having any squeaks or rattles in this car. It's tight. This specific vehicle would be ideal for you if you have a security guard company, you just need a family SUV, and you don't like people messing with you all the time. Sometimes there's a lot of road rage out there, and when the road ragers show up, take one look at your car and say, that's not someone you want to mess with when you're driving a car that looks like this. You do have ballistic doors if you live in a more dangerous area. That might potentially save your life someday. It's not a fully armored vehicle, but the front two doors are ballistically protected with ballistic panels. The police Interceptors get a special engine. This is a 3.7 liter V6 non-turbo. This is a 4 valve per cylinder engine. It's got a lot of power. These are from the Mustang V6 with 4 valves per cylinder. They have a lot of power for the V6 Mustang. Here's your emissions. This one has California emissions. They do make a version that's non-California emission, so this one is street legal in California. Like I said before, this has a Viper alarm system. You have a siren on it. That siren is for the car alarm, not to pull people over. It does not sound the same. People worry about the water pumps and things like that. At only 4,000 hours, you should be good, probably till 8 or even 16,000 hours before you have to worry about changing the water pump. But then again, it's a used vehicle. Warranties are available. If you need an extended warranty on this car, if you buy it, let us know. We'll talk to us. We'll see if we can help you out there. Point you in the right direction. So my name is Mike Johnson. Thank you for watching my video tour. Are you watching this on your phone? Why are you watching this on your phone? Go put it on your big TV. I have a channel on YouTube and you can find this video there. Go on YouTube and then search for My Best Car Com, C-O-M, and that's my channel on YouTube. If you're on the web and you're looking for my website, the website is spelled mybestcar.com, but on YouTube there's no dot when you search. And if you're paying a check for the vehicle, the company name is A Buyer's Choice. There is a little scratch right here next to the license plate. This had some lights, red and blue lights that were on a little bracket next to the license plate. That's been removed. They took all the emergency lights off. But that's the way the new standard, the national standard for emergency vehicles, SUVs, is they put little lights next to the license plates, which they are removed from this one. If you have questions, you can call me between 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. California time. Appointments are required to see it in person. Thank you for watching. Phone number is 951-681-2101.